So tonight we are flying out west, and I've never been out west. I've never seen a desert, and I'm very excited. It's going to be a super packed trip, not a minute of free time, because I've spent so much time planning and planning and planning. I haven't spent much time packing. So that's on the list today. Other than that, just waiting until we go to the airport tonight. I'm gonna bring you guys with me to pack. We're going to the airport, and tonight we're gonna be in a casino in Las Vegas, and I can't wait. So we just got our rental, and we are gonna go get some breakfast and head out to Death Valley, and we're just gonna drive around there for a few hours, stop wherever we want, and come back to the Strip tonight. So that'll be a lot of fun. Sunblock because you can feel your skin burning out here. It's currently 122 degrees. We just saw the sand dunes out here. It cautions you to not walk out past 10 a.m. It is like 3 p.m. and the bottoms of our shoes are hot. We're driving back the way we came to go see some more cool stuff. Got anything to impact?
It's hot out here.
Yeah. We are now at the Badwater Basin, which is the lowest point in the United States. This is crazy. So we've got mountains and then salt flats. Parked and about to go walk the Strip for the first time, and I'm so excited. Look. So it is a new day. We're heading out of Nevada to go see the Grand Canyon, and we're going to stop by the Hoover Dam on the way, and we're actually facing Lake Mead, and it looks like painting. Everything here in a distance has kind of a dusty haze over it, and I'm assuming that's just desert dirt. I don't know, but it looks very whimsical. slept for like an hour and a half, and now we're driving to Zion National Park. We're gonna try and park at the park, which is why we're going so early. Park at the park, hang out, wait for the first shuttle at 6, and be the first people out on the Narrows hike. And I'm really excited for that. Like, we wanted to be as close to by ourselves as we can be, so it's kind of worth sacrificing the sleep. Stop for some lunch in this little, I don't even know, we're in the middle of the Narrows. We climbed up here, and we're gonna eat in here. It is a new day. We're back at Zion. It's just before 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm hovering around one little light of a few they have scattered around the park. It is dark. The stars look crazy. And we're the first in line for the shuttles to go to Angel's Landing. Today is Saturday, so we figured it would probably be a little busier and we should get here a little earlier. So we did that. We're only here like 20 minutes earlier, but there are so many empty parking spots. Nobody's here. People were here yesterday, but I just want to be on the first shuttle. I just want to do some of this hike while it's still cool and there's no foot traffic. Yesterday we went out to Sand Hollow, which is a state park 5 minutes from where we're staying. Basically looks like a little mini Lake Powell, and went swimming, and it was a lot of fun. I have some videos from that, but I was too tired to talk. So here we are today catching you up. And next time you see me, we'll be at Angel's Landing. at the top of Angel's Landing, and it wasn't necessarily my goal to get up here, but I kind of had to. And we did it in vans, and people are impressed. Now we're just eating. We're about halfway there, and we went from straight red rocks and mountains to forest and it's very green and beautiful. I don't know what this is going to turn into in the next hour, but I'm excited. And after we're done at Bryce Canyon, we're going to head to Page, Arizona, where we'll be for the next couple days because we are doing Antelope Canyon tomorrow. But you guys got to see this drive. So this drive is through the Dixie National Forest, and we've stopped at a lookout. You can see Zion from here. I'm not sure exactly where it is. There's a little plaque here that shows it, but it's hard to kind of figure out where things are. Anyways, I'm freaking out because there are birch trees everywhere, and I've never seen birch trees before. So this entire landscape is just filled with white sticks everywhere. Looking out at the forest, you can just see white trees everywhere. And I'm so happy. It's a drive through Bryce Canyon with scenic stops, and we keep thinking we're going to stop at the lookout, and then we end up way down here, surrounded by all this crazy, beautiful stuff. This is only the second stop, and we've gone down and walked way further than we thought we were going to, leaving our water in the car. But when this is your view, like, what's to stop you from like continuing on till you just can't anymore? Look at this. we stopped to see the toadstool hoodoos. So we're out here now, just walking the trail. The stripes in these mountains are crazy. I don't know how big or small this is going to be though, so we'll see. So we got to Page last night after seeing the toadstools, had dinner, hung out. It's a new day, we got breakfast, and now we're walking to see Horseshoe Bend. Formations, none of it makes any sense, and it's all crazy beautiful. Now we're driving out to Monument Valley, which is a 17-mile loop with I think like 11 stops. We're gonna go drive that. The time keeps switching back and forth on us because we're just close enough between Utah and Arizona that our phones can't tell what time it is. Since Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time, but Utah does. So that has been a lot of fun. We had a good panic this morning after Horseshoe Bend, trying to make sure we didn't miss our Antelope Canyon tour because our phones jumped an hour ahead. It's been fun. They were only letting 15 vehicles at a time to drive through Monument Valley, and they stopped taking vehicles at 4:30. We got here after 4:30, so nothing we read said that, so it's kind of a bummer. So we kind of just got to stand and look, but we figured we'd come out and take some pictures on the street with Monument Valley behind us, which was pretty cool. Yesterday afternoon we went to Monument Valley and we drove a ways so we could kind of get a view of the entire thing, and the sun was coming down, so we kind of timed it right to watch the sunset right on Monument Valley, which was really cool. Drove the 2 hours home in like pitch black darkness, and now it's morning and we're gonna go get a jet ski and spend the day on Lake Powell. And I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Like the average depth is like 130 feet. The deepest is like 500 feet. So I'm actually terrified. And I've never been on a jet ski. And he likes to scare me. So we'll see how much of a baby I am today or how much I end up liking jet skis. closed. It says a 3 to 5 hour wait until they reopen. We're basically waiting on a Twitter update to see if we can even go. We're running on limited time because we have a 7-hour drive to Vegas after this to return our car and fly back home. So we kind of last minute decided to come see it. We knew where it was, we looked it up, but we didn't know this was an actual possibility. Apparently, I called and talked to a ranger, and they said that they had the largest crowd they've seen since July, and they closed the park at like 8:30 in the morning, which we got there at what, 9:20. So she said it could be an hour and a half, could be 3 hours, don't really know. They have some sort of formula, X amount of people leaving versus when they open. So we're gonna go do a scenic drive that she told us about. Hopefully we'll have some signal so we can see any Twitter updates and see if the park is open, and then get to the park before everybody else. There's tons of people just looping. They have the toll booths closed off with a sign that says closed, please turn around. You can't park there and wait, you just have to leave. So we'll see. We only have a few hours before there's kind of just no going back and we have to leave. But I hope we can see Arches because it's right there. We went to the trail that was recommended to us, the scenic drive, and we're at where it is labeled dinosaur tracks and petroglyphs. It says poison spider trailhead. I saw some petroglyphs on the walls. There's people kind of stopped because I think everybody's doing this since Arches is closed right now. I saw some petroglyphs on the wall as well, and I'm excited because it's so cool. For me to do my makeup, 2.5 hours basically, and we got the Twitter update that they were open. They're letting people in now. We're one of like 10 cars, one of the first like 10 cars in maybe. We were counting and there were so many more cars coming out than going in, because obviously everybody that came in just had to turn around. But now we're able to go see it. We've got like 2.5 hours before we have to head to Vegas. And I'm so excited. I haven't mentioned it before, but we collect magnets from all the places we go. So we just went into the Arches Visitor Center, grabbed a magnet. Got one for my mom too. I've been grabbing her a couple on the trip as well. And now we're driving through now that we got our magnet.